This is great. Okay.
Perfect.
So
Yes.
we have set it up in the old office. So
Yes.
where's the new office? Where are you moving to?
So my new office is in Al Barsha. It's just about very close to Mall of the Emirates.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, just bigger space, newer office. So just I mean, we're planning to
Hmm.
start operations here from Monday, Tuesday. So just
Got
in the
it. Got
last
it. Got
bit
it.
of getting things done.
Mhm. Got it. Great. Great. So let me firstly like introduce myself.
Sure.
So one thing is, coincidentally, I started my real estate journey this year. So
Okay.
I actually joined a company as the CMO, and the
Okay.
company is called Design Build Villas. So we design and build villas
Okay.
in India.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's great connecting with you. So I saw
And which
like
part of India?
like we are planning on catering like pan India. So
Okay.
anywhere you want to build, like we can have an introductory
Right.
meeting, and if it's feasible for us, feasible for you, we can build there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And where about in India are you based?
we're based in Delhi. We're based in Delhi and
Okay.
Chandigarh.
Great. Okay.
So
Great.
where are you like originally from, and how did the
I'm
Dubai
originally
journey start?
I'm originally from Bombay, and I came to Dubai first time in 2005. And since
Hmm.
then, I just fell in love with the place, and I was
Yeah.
always looking for an opportunity to move here. But I had things back in India,
Hmm.
so I just couldn't move at that time. And somewhere in 2012, 13, you could say
Hmm.
I got an opportunity where I could, slowly transition into moving into Dubai, and that's
Hmm.
where I started. And yeah, so somewhere around 12, 13 is the time when I started, actively coming very often to Dubai, started work over here. And, I was shuttling between India and Dubai
Hmm.
first. And then 13 and 14 onwards was like, full time over here.
Okay, and you started with real estate in Dubai?
Look, real estate is the only thing I know. You can
Okay.
say I was doing real estate back in Bombay as well.
Hmm.
So, yeah, that's the only thing I can say proudly that I know of. So that is the only thing I've done. I mean, I've tried my hands on other things when I was,
Hmm.
in my early 20s. But yeah, real estate
Hmm.
was always the thing.
Got it, got it. So, is your family into real estate or like you did all by
Yes,
yourself?
my
Okay,
my
your
my, my
family too.
family was also into real estate,
Okay,
so things came naturally.
okay, great. And what is the difference you feel between Dubai's and India's market?
Look, there's a lot of difference in terms of, in terms of things are way more organized over here.
Right,
Second thing, look, India is a very big market.
very
Okay,
big market, right?
it's I mean extremely big. There is no comparison, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dubai as compared to India is of course a very small place, in
Mm-hmm.
general geographically.
Right, right, right.
So obviously, what happens is when you have a smaller amount of things, it's way more easier to be
Easier to
organized
execute.
and
The process is
execute.
seamless.
Yes, the processes are seamless. And
Mm.
another thing is that people over here respect the law and follow the law. If something comes
Okay.
out and it said that this has to be done, everybody here respectfully follows that. So
Mm-hmm.
that's one big difference. The second big difference, which I felt, working in India and in Dubai, is that here you're not actually, you're here. It gives you a amazing exposure when it comes to different cultures and different nationalities.
Mm.
So, being in India, we are always like, we're dealing with the same type of people.
Right.
Okay. But over here, when you deal with different cultures, different nationalities, it's a very different experience. Initially, it used to be sometimes a little shocking, or sometimes used to be like, oh, why is this happening? But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the overall, I think after a few years, I really enjoyed it because then you learn also a lot more about other people's, cultures, other nationalities. So that's one big difference. So here, what happens is when you're talking to someone, if you need to know, okay, from what type of background they are coming from. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, there's certain questions or certain things, or, when you are doing, you feel like, oh, why is this person reacting like that? But if you
Right.
understand where they're coming from, it becomes easier.
Right, right, right. So, I'm actually very much like interested in Dubai's real estate market. I actually like,
Yeah.
I love Dubai's Dubai's real estate.
Yes.
I haven't like had an opportunity to like invest as of now, but I went to the Max this event. So they had
Yes.
the this event in Shangri-La, I think a month back or so. So I
Right.
went there, and the development was like beautiful, very beautiful.
Yes. Yes. I
Uh,
mean, one good part about Dubai is that, right, it gives you that creative freedom to do what you
right.
want to do.
Right.
So the kind of architecture, the building you see over here, some really fancy, some really amazing, and even from a perspective of, engineering point of view, you see some engineering marvels over here.
What do you think about Bugatti residences?
Uh, Look, see, the thing is, when it comes to branded residences,
Hmm.
for me, it's not just about the brand, but it's also about the development itself and
Hmm.
what value it adds to the development.
Hmm.
Bugatti is an amazing car. They
Right.
do, this thing. Now, in terms of building, how it transforms, we'll have to wait and watch. But if you tell me, look, like say something like a Four Seasons residences, so
Hmm.
we've seen the Four Seasons across the
Right,
world.
right, right.
It's easier for
Yeah, to
us
pick
to
that,
associate.
to pick
Yeah,
that choice. Yeah, you've already
yes,
seen that. Right.
exactly,
But the car companies like getting into real estate,
exactly.
so I think it's the
What
first time.
what what kind of design expertise they get in, or how it
Hmm.
gets executed. See, look, on paper everything looks good, but the
Hmm.
execution is something which is very important.
Right.
So we'll have to wait and watch on that.
Do you always have this thing between architects and builders that architects design something which is great if you look in the 3D walkthrough and all that, but it's not quite feasible to like act on.
See, what happens is sometimes, what, you need to also understand that there's sometimes people who design something
Hmm.
really great, and this is my personal experience, what I've seen, that anything which looks superbly beautiful from outside,
Hmm.
okay, as a functionality into a building inside is not necessarily the best.
Right.
And what I mean by that
Right.
is, it might look like, I'll give you an example. The Burj Khalifa is a beautiful building. I love
Hmm.
it. Right. And I stay very close to the Burj Khalifa. I see it literally every day. And every time I see it's like, you put your head up and you see, and you're like, wow, what a structure it is.
Yeah, you're
It's amazing.
never tired of
Right.
the view.
You're never tired of it.
Hmm.
Okay. The layouts inside are not the best. I'm not saying
Hmm.
it's not
Functionality
good or
wise.
anything. No,
Yeah.
functionality wise, there are a lot of buildings which are just opposite the Burj Khalifa, which probably don't look as beautiful as the Burj Khalifa, but
Hmm.
layout wise from inside, if you're living on a day-to-day basis,
Hmm.
that's more functional layouts because
Hmm.
they're very straight, there's no wastage. Obviously, because of the shape and everything, that's the thing. So, there's always this thing which I feel that the most best designed buildings in terms of layouts
Hmm.
internally are always the ones which are you know the straight and neat and clean design from outside.
Right.
Like there's a building in Dubai called Index Tower, which is
Hmm.
designed by Foster Partners, right?
Hmm.
And this was designed probably, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 15, 20 years back.
Hmm.
Okay. But till date, the moment you enter the lobby of, you drive up the ramp into that building,
Hmm.
and there is this effect of, oh wow, everything is
Hmm.
so well planned and so well designed, right from the
Right.
layout to the entrance experience to the lobby to the water feature. Everything is so well thought of that you're like it's like a timeless creation.
Yeah, the thing
Okay.
is, when you're building something, you should build for the future, not for the present.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, and if you see the building from outside, it is just straight.
a
It's
straight building.
plain
Right,
straight. It's a
right.
straight building,
Glass.
very neat and clean. It's got a little
Mm-hmm.
bit of glass, a little bit of cladding,
Mm-hmm.
very nice, clean facade. And it's a mixed use building. It has commercial as well, it has residential as well. But the whole building is designed in very nice manner where everything is seamlessly connected, and every time someone goes in, it's like, oh wow. So I
Mm-hmm.
feel somewhere when the buildings become too fancy from outside,
Mm-hmm.
the inside sometimes gets
Tricky.
compromised.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, always like there are like pros and cons of everything.
exactly,
And you know what people say, the con of living in Burj Khalifa is you don't get the Burj Khalifa view.
exactly, yes,
Yeah. So, and also Pagani is also coming up with its residence building, right?
yes, yes.
Is it live now?
It's the building is ready, but I don't think it is handed over yet.
Okay.
So but that project was basically already existing. So the developer bought over the whole building, and
Okay, they
then
just
they did a
branded
yeah,
and
then they
marketed
did
it
a
as okay, got it.
collaboration with Pagani, and
Pagani.
they were refurbishing the entire interiors.
Right. So I wanted to know about you.
Personally,
Yeah.
when you talk about these branded residents, I personally feel that a
hmm
hospitality brand adds way more value to building than any of the other car or fashion or jewelry brands.
Obviously, they have the experience of, at the
Yes.
end, living in a building is like hospitality only. And right now, you see
Yes.
the amount of amenities they give. So it's kind of
Yeah.
hospitality only.
True.
Actually, in central Delhi,
Yeah.
there's this place, Karol Bagh. So their
Yes.
Unity Group is bringing their development. There they
Right.
have the tallest tower of Delhi, which is like I think
Okay.
52 or 49 stories, something like that.
Wow.
So they have a
Okay.
proper helipad on that. Every apartment is similar size, 7,100 square feet, beautifully
Right.
done. And the full tower is done by Versace. So the full tower is done by
Okay.
Versace. So it's getting
Right.
into India too. Because I haven't seen like these branded collaboration developments in India, like not
That
much.
much. True.
Yeah.
I think it should the way the markets are going there, I think the soon we will see more and more of, branded residences coming there as well.
Because I just visited their office like day before yesterday, the sales office. So when he was giving
Yeah.
the tour of the building and all that, showing the 3D model. So there's also one cool thing happening in India. So like let's say 5, 10 years back, if you were to go into an apartment building, the ground
Right.
floor was always expensive, and as you move up, it became like cheaper because the
Right.
mentality of Indian people. Right now the opposite is happening. So just
Happening.
like New York, just like Dubai,
Yeah.
as you move up like floors, the TLC and everything is expensive.
Right.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about two things. So you had in your bio,
Tell
one
me.
is Prime Capital Dubai, and the next thing is which I'm also excited about is Amal Development. So please tell me more about that.
Yes. No, so currently we're doing two boutique villas in Maidan, in Abu
hmm
Shiba Gardens. It's a location just about 15 minutes away from downtown. So we're
hmm
actually building two homes over there. These are all both are 5,000 square foot plot, 6,200 square foot built up area, five bedroom villas. We're expecting to complete it in the next 3 to 4 months.
Okay,
And yeah, once it's complete, we'll be putting it in the market to sell.
so that's under Amal Development.
Yes, yes. And then we have some other things going on, not yet
hmm
finalized, but yes, in the future we will be looking at some more projects as well.
Got it. And right now, I think the only plan is Dubai. The span
Yes,
is
very
Dubai.
much.
Got
Yes.
it. Got it. Have you ever like seen or like studied about Luton's Delhi, the market of
I
Luton's
know,
Delhi?
but I've never studied about the market there.
Okay, got it. So I just wanted to get your views on Luton's Delhi.
I mean, I feel it's a great place. Look,
Mm-hmm.
in India, very much like you can uh, say like the UK has a lot of history.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and some of these places are more than just a piece of property. It's like it's more,
A piece of
sometimes it's
heritage.
more a piece of heritage
Mm-hmm.
and history which you're buying into, and it's the
Mm-hmm.
address, end of the day,
The
I mean, no
address,
matter what,
right?
it's the address that counts.
Mm-hmm.
Someone had once told me this one dialogue, there are two things that a person is known by. He's like, is the dress and the address.
Right.
So it's, where you stay, you give the address and that's it. I mean,
Yeah,
for instance,
obviously.
same thing in Dubai today. If someone's living in, either the Burj Khalifa or Emirates Hills, and
Mm-hmm.
they say, "Where do you stay?" I live in Emirates Hills. It's an address. The same way,
Or live at
yeah,
Palm. Yeah.
yeah, or live at the Palm Jumeirah. So it's an
Right.
address. People don't
Mm.
need to then they know, okay, fine. So I think, yeah, that is the what it
Right.
is.
Which is the most expensive location in Dubai to buy a house or a villa?
The most expensive you would say as of now is Jumeirah Bay Island.
Jumeirah.
Jumeirah Bay, where
Jumeirah
you
Bay.
also have the where you also have the Bulgari
Mhm.
resort and
Okay, the
residential.
Bulgari hotel. Like the
Yes,
yachts
yeah,
are parked in the front. So,
yes,
okay,
yes. So
got it.
there you have some, people who made their own villas, and
hmm
that's the place where even Cristiano Ronaldo has his,
A
villa,
villa.
and a lot of
Okay.
who's who of from around the world own some properties there.
Right. And I don't know. The Damag guy told me that they're also coming up with another Palm Island, which is like even bigger than the existing
Yeah,
one.
so there is Palm Jebel Ali, which is coming up,
Jebel Ali.
which
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yes, which is even further than Palm Jumeirah.
Mm-hmm.
And the villas over there are already sold, a lot of them. And there's still which will come. So it's twice the size of current Palm Jumeirah,
Mm-hmm.
but is far better infrastructure, far better planning. And the kind of some mistakes which they made in Palm Jumeirah, they want to avoid that. So it will be a more better and a nicer Palm. But it's at least 5, 7 years away.
5, 7 years ago.
Yes.
Got it. Got it. And what would you say is the best place to live in Dubai? I mean, let's take income slabs and just tell me the best place to live in Dubai.
See, I'll tell you, Dubai, in terms of a living experience, offers a lot of options, right?
A
This is
lot of
one thing which
options.
is very unique about Dubai as compared to other cities. Like, today, if you go to say, a similar comparable city, say, such as, say, a New York or
Mm-hmm.
London, people will tell you, okay, if this is your budget, you stay here. This is your budget, you stay here. Here, the thing is in Dubai, you're spoiled for options. Number one, you're not just living into a place, but
Mm-hmm.
you're also living into that lifestyle.
Right.
And what I mean by that is now today, if someone says that, listen, I want to live by the water,
Mm-hmm.
okay? They have options of living in JBR, they have options of living in Marina, on the Palm Jumeirah, La Mer, a lot of places where they
Mm-hmm.
can stay very close to the water. And there are different segments, okay? In Marina also, for instance, you could, find something, say, let's say if someone was to buy, okay, they could probably go and buy in a very old building, a one-bedroom apartment, say for 1.2 million dirhams,
Mm-hmm.
or they could go into a newer building with much better amenities, facilities, everything for maybe 2.5, 3 million dirhams.
Right.
Okay. So there's a lot of options which Dubai gives you. Same way if someone says that, listen, I want to live in a little quieter location, right? So it's not that there's one location, but there are multiple locations depending on where the person wants to live. A lot of factors such as where they work, where the kids go to school, etc., come into play.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one unique thing about Dubai where you have, you know, affordable options also at a lot of places,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have the high-end options also at a lot of places.
Right.
And each place is very self-sufficient because there is like for example, if you ask anyone, what is the center of Dubai? It's a very difficult question to answer that this is the center. Now, for
Hmm.
some people, downtown and Business Bay is the center.
Yeah, I thought
But for
so.
some
Yeah.
people, but for some people, Marina and JBR is their center
Mm-hmm.
because of where they live, where the kids go to school, and where they work. Because for a lot of people, if someone is living to, say, for example, in a community like Emirates Hills, not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily they are going to come to downtown every time. They could go to the
Right.
marina, they could go to the Palm for the fanciest restaurants, the best experiences,
Mm-hmm.
shopping you want to do. They could go to the Mall of Emirates. Their kids could be going to school close by because there are some amazing international schools
Mm-hmm.
nearby. And their offices could be also somewhere close by. On the other hand, there could be someone living in downtown whose office is probably in DIFC or Business Bay. Kids go to school that side and everything. So Dubai, when it develops, right, because it's all, as I said earlier, it's a very small place. So when a
Right.
development comes in, your developments are master plans, right? And when in
Mm-hmm.
each master plan, like new districts and areas are created,
Right.
okay, from nothing. When I
From
say
dirt.
nothing means it's
Yeah.
not, it's absolutely
Mm-hmm.
nothing. And when they're creating, they're drawing on a board that okay, this is what we will make.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give you an example. There's a place called Dubai Hills. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
Dubai Hills started. The master plan was unveiled somewhere in 2013, 14,
Mm-hmm.
and the first handovers over there started somewhere around in 2018 or 19. Okay. From in 2014, if you went to Dubai Hills, it was complete desert. There was nothing. Nothing means there was nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Complete dirt. Yeah.
Complete desert.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Today, you can buy an apartment over there starting from 1.8, 1.9 million dirhams to villas and mansions of up to 200 million dirhams.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In just a span of 10 years.
10 years.
So,
Yeah.
and everything was planned. So everything was, when the plan was released, it was shown that, okay, these things are there. So today you have a championship golf course over there. You have multiple, I mean, there are thousands of people living there. You have a central park. You have 4 or 5 international schools. You have the best international hospital from London over there. You have a mall over there. You have business parks, retail. You name it, and everything is there,
Hmm.
right? So now it's a very difficult question to say that, but yeah, there are a lot of places where people, if they are in a certain bracket, could look at, and
Hmm.
if they want to spend more, also they could look at.
Right, right. And if someone wants to get the, I think Dubai also offers the golden visa, right?
Yes, it does.
What is the criteria for that?
So it's a very simple criteria. You buy any property,
Hmm.
irrespective whether it is ready or it is under construction, which we call off plan over here.
Yeah. You just
As
have to
long as
make
the
an investment.
value, yes, as long as the
Hmm.
investment is 2 million dirhams and above,
Hmm.
you can straight get a golden visa for yourself and your family. And when I say family, it means husband, wife, kids, and the parents.
Got it. That is great. That is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I had this question that right
Yep.
now in our company, as we're into designing and building, so we see there are when you look at the past technology, like let's take AutoCAD for an example. If you look at the drawings in AutoCAD, so you have to understand
Yeah.
AutoCAD properly
Of
in order
course.
to understand all the drawings and everything. It takes
Yes.
like months to create like a design for like one villa, which is like big, let's say a
Yeah.
50,000 square feet villa. It takes like 2 months to create the proper full design and like a 3D model. So we are
Yes.
actively working on these tech and AI things so that we can make the whole design process seamless and easy. What do you
Right.
think about tech and AI coming into real estate?
Oh, I think it's coming big time. Okay.
Hmm.
Because in real estate, not just from, see, though real estate is a very traditional brick and mortar business,
Yeah,
and I think somewhere it will remain because the product is such,
the product is such,
It's
right?
it's the only asset class, apart gold in the world where you can, touch and feel,
Hmm.
right? But the difference is that there's in gold is the utility, whereas here it's the utility and the rentability of the property, and
Hmm.
and how it is made a certain the value. So I think, of course, there will obviously always remain that physical aspect, but tech and AI, I think, is playing a very important role, especially when it comes to designs, data, especially, because with AI, we can also get a lot of data now.
Right.
And so I think in general, and prop tech is really building up, and I
I
think
saw
this
a
is
post.
something.
I think it was the founder of Bignati, Mohammed Bignati.
Yeah.
So I think he put up a post like yesterday or day before yesterday was about PropTech. So he was praising PropTech a
Yes.
lot, and he said it was like a $4 billion or I think $40 billion, something like that. It's a big
Oh,
industry,
definitely.
and it's up
Look,
and coming.
100%, because see, we can use prop tech in so many things. We could use prop tech in, for example, let's take about your maintenance of the buildings, right?
Hmm.
If something has gone wrong, right, there could be tech which can use to call for
Identify
services,
the
etc.,
okay,
identify.
right?
There are also tech in the building which can actually identify what the problem is in the
Yeah,
particular
right.
thing. Same way in developing, in terms of as I said, data, in getting information. So there's lots of things where we could use AI and tech. And I think because this was a very brick and mortar kind of a business for years, I think tech has entered this industry the last, I feel,
Yeah,
because
the
we see
last. Yeah,
tech being used
right.
in a lot of other industries from quite some time. Like, say, for example, cars, right? Cars have been now
Yeah,
using tech, or so
right.
that we've reached that, okay, soon we'll have self-driving cars.
Hmm.
But I think in our industry, in real estate especially, tech was really something which came in, probably is still not coming completely, but
Yeah.
is just coming.
It's at
And
the, I think it's at the very initial stage, and I
very
think if
initial stage.
someone can
Yes,
enter as of now, because not many people know about
yes,
softwares or like tech and AI softwares which are like regarding to real estate, and I think
true,
they're like very less, and I think the possibility is like huge because
absolutely.
the only thing I hate about real estate is the timelines because they're like very big timelines, especially when
Yes, yes,
you're a builder. So let's say you got a project for like $5 million, but it'll take like 3 years to like fully
yes,
design and
correct,
build that. So the timelines are very long. So if
true,
someone can work out that, how to make the timeline smaller, it can be like a
yeah,
really opportunity.
true.
So I also saw that you have a very good following on Instagram. and you like
It's
actively make content. How do you think content is
yes.
playing role? I mean, in terms of a broker, I would say, in terms
Yeah.
of a realtor, how do you think AI play, not AI, Instagram, Facebook, social media plays its role, content plays its role,
Look, I think content plays a very important role in any business today around the world.
right?
Okay. And I mean, if someone says that, if they're not doing content, they're really missing out on business. And they will sooner or later, I
Hmm.
think eventually will have to get into it,
Do you get
you
business
know,
through Instagram?
100%. I mean,
Hmm.
my entire company is today running on my entire business runs on social media today. I mean, apart my
Right,
old clients and my old referral,
right, right.
which keeps coming, but
Hmm.
that's not my company business. That's my
Yeah,
personal business,
personal
right?
business,
Because
right.
I could do that even without having a
Hmm.
company. I could
Hmm.
still cater to my existing clients, even if I
Hmm.
didn't have a company.
But the
They didn't
active
come to
business
me
is
because of
from
that. But the
social
active and the
media,
new
internet.
business is coming through social media and internet. It's
Hmm.
whether through Facebook, through Instagram, through YouTube, TikTok, all social media platforms, because people see and people associate with people. And I think
Right.
that's where the entire world is changing.
Hmm.
Like if you see certain brands are now no more about brands, but it's about the people behind the brands,
It's about the people behind the
right?
brands, right?
It's
So
the
yeah.
biggest difference today. For example, it's not just about the product. It's again about the people. Now, I'll give you a
Right.
very simple example. Now, if you talk about electric cars, okay,
Hmm.
now you see Tesla and you see a BYD. You don't
Hmm.
know who's behind BYD, but you know who's behind Tesla,
Who is behind Tesla? Yeah.
right?
Elon is the biggest
Same way with
promoter of
exactly.
Tesla.
It's
They
it's
don't need
it's
to
the
advertise that.
he's the brand, he's the brand.
Hmm.
So it's if the world's richest man is doing it and he's
Hmm.
putting his face to the brand,
It
then what's
must be
stopping
good.
from other people?
Yeah.
It must be working, and that's how
Hmm.
people today people are associating with people, and I think this is the future. And if you're not doing it, you're really missing out on something.
How do you think I think the most tricky part, I think everyone knows this, that if you have a personal brand on Instagram, Facebook, be it TikTok, anything, if you have a personal brand, let's say you have a following of just like mere 20,000 people. I mean,
Yeah.
20,000 people are like a lot of people, but let's say you have a following of 20,000 people. Everyone knows
Yeah.
you'll get some business and you'll get some traction,
Yes.
you'll get some credibility,
Yes.
you'll be like more trustworthy to the audience. But
100%.
how do you think you should start with that like creating that brand? I think that's the most difficult part. How to
See,
create
the
that
biggest
brand.
thing is, I'll tell you, it's the easiest thing.
Hmm.
To create a brand, you have to just be authentic. See, you are your
Yeah.
brand, okay? Everybody associates with different kind of people. There will be some people who would love my content and would want to work with me. There would
Hmm.
be some people who probably might not want to work with me,
And that's
okay?
fine. Yeah.
And that's fine because look,
Hmm.
I cannot expect that everybody will just work with me, right? There are others as
Hmm.
well, and the market is big. For me, what is important, I want to find people who are like-minded, who want to work with me, and who are loyal and say, listen, Tahir, we want to work with you. And we build a relationship and we cater to that. Now, what happens is a lot of people are spending a lot of time thinking, how do I build my personal brand? It's all about authenticity. Look, if
Hmm.
you are today standing in a room of 10 people, okay, everybody is different.
Hmm.
Okay. You just need to be yourself. Like today, for example, I built my social media through my years of experience in
Hmm.
real estate. I just put out what I feel, what I think, and what my thoughts are. Some
Right.
people would agree with it, some might not. I'm not here to
Hmm.
please anybody. I'm here to just tell my thoughts, and people who resonate and associate with what I'm saying, they contact me and say, listen, you know what, I really believe in what you're saying. I want to meet you, I want to discuss property with you, I want to invest with you. So that's what it is. So, and people think that, oh, you know what, oh, I saw this person also selling this same
Hmm.
property, I'm also promoting. I don't want to do that. But look, you know what? Audience is different for everyone.
Right.
Now, if you talk about the same property and I talk about the same property, number one, both our ways of saying are different.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone
Yeah.
might not like the way I said it, but someone might like the way you said it, and they might
Right.
reach out to you.
Right.
Okay. So, I think it's not just for real estate, but for any industry, coming out on social media is very important because that's where people see, that's where everybody's attention is. Gone are
Hmm.
the days when someone used to flip a, newspaper and take a number and call someone or, from
Right.
a
Right. Right.
magazine. It's all on
100%.
social media.
Hmm.
Everybody's attention is on the phone. And
Hmm.
and it's like everybody has the phone in their pockets. And
Right.
it's the easiest way. And the best part is it's free.
It's free. That's the best thing.
It's
It's
free.
you and it's your
It's
phone
just
and it's
the
free.
effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And
I mean,
I've also seen one thing. So just as you said that people have their phone and it's all about like digital, not the offline one. So I see like bigger brands are obviously they're like obliged to do like the offline marketing. They are like
yes,
obliged to do the banners and posters, all the things. But what I'm seeing as of now is the offline banners, the offline posters, they are all like the funnel is directed towards social media or internet.
100%.
It's not like
100%.
give us a call. It's like
No,
you scan
no.
the QR code, you're on your Instagram, and
Yes,
you can just follow the page. We'll send you the information and all that. So it's
absolutely.
happening. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hmm. Great. So Tahir, I think it was great talking to you. So
Same
and
here,
it was
Abhishek. Same here.
pretty like point to point talk, and we d discussed about a lot of things. So this is
Thank
actually
you.
what I'm like the direction of this podcast, what I'm trying to do is the title will be called Everything You Need to Know About the Topic in 37 Minutes. So
So
because right now the podcasts are big, and I also like listen to like long podcasts like Joe Rogan and all that,
true,
Chris
true.
Williamson, but there's like some information you need to get fast and hard and like it
Exactly.
quick. So I'm
Yes.
doing it that way.
Great.
Okay, okay, Tahir. It
Done.
was
Thank you so
great
much,
connecting with
Abhishek.
you, and I'll
Same
just
here.
put it out soon. I'll tag you.
Sure. Let me know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye,
Thanks.
bye,
Take
bye.
care.